about an introduction to consolidated financial statements, consolidated accounts. For complete understand about consolidated accounts and introduction to consolidated financial statement, related knowledge must watch complete lecture till end. In this chapter where we discuss about consolidated financial statement and consolidated accounts which based on International Accounting Standard 27 and International Financial Reporting Standard 3. And it also discusses about the guideline regarding preparations and presentation of consolidated financial statement for a group of entities under the control of the parent. And it covers the preparation and presentation of statement of financial position and income statement, where we discuss about how to deal with the pre-post acquisition profit and how we prepare simple consolidated statement of financial position for single group, dealing with goodwill future value method, dealing with non-controlling interest, dealing with selling and non-current asset between parent and subsidiary, and also discuss about consolidated income statement for the simple group or non-controlling interest and accounting treatment for the impairment of goodwill. And when we discuss about consolidated statement where business combination through stock acquisitions or business communication where one or more companies become subsidiaries of a common parent corporation, and in which we discuss about the growth is the major objective of any business organization. To achieve the objective of company, we need to expand in several ways. Like some firms or businesses concentrate on internal expansion by engaging in products, research and development. And some firms or business owners need external expansion is the goal, that is they try to expand by acquiring one or more other firms, and these forms of expansion aimed at producing relatively rapid growth has exploded in frequency and magnitude of recent years. And where we also discuss about the types of investment where for the external expansion any company have to invest by purchasing the shares of other companies. And we discuss about the size of investment, degree of influence and accounting treatments. If we discuss about the group means the number of persons or things considered as a collective unit. From the business perspective, this refers to the association of companies under the single ownership and control, which consisting of a parent company or a holding company and subsidiary companies or associated companies, where the causes of operating of a group are how we operate the groups to avail the tax benefits, to gain the advantages of goodwill associated with other companies, and expansion of control under International Accounting Standard 27, that control is presumed when the parent acquires more than half of the voting right of the entity. And if we discuss about the expansion of control where one half of the voting rights is not acquired, control may be evidenced by power over more than one half the voting rights by virtue of the agreement with the investors. And second one, expansion of control where to govern the financial and operating policies of the entity under the statute of an agreement, and appointment or remove the majority of the members of the board of director and to cast the majority of votes at the meeting on the base of the board of directors. The reporting entity means where we discuss about the three main statements in reporting entity. The first one is parent financial statement, consolidated financial statement, and subsidiary financial statement. We discuss these three statements in further slides, where in the reporting entity, like a parent company may acquire a subsidiary in a very different industry from its own as a means of diversifying its overall business risk. And there are also legal reasons for maintaining separate entities. It means that there are different reasons which are maintaining separate entities or identities or identify the different diversification of business risks. And the parent subsidiary relationship where parent's company owns more than 50% of another company. It means that in parent's company there the shares or total ownership of the company is more than 50% by another company, and it affiliates with that company in a parent subsidiary relationship. And the parent subsidiary relationship where parent company under International Accounting Standard 27, which holding company should prepare the consolidated financial statement for the group of whole, and it combines their profits in the consolidated statement of comprehensive income and combine their assets and liabilities in a consolidated statement of financial position, where parent company the first ownership is 90%, which is a subsidiary A, and for subsidiary B the ownership for the parent company is 80% ownership by parent company in the subsidiary B. And in this situation the parent is itself a wholly owned subsidiary or is a partially owned subsidiary of another entity and its other owner, it including those not otherwise entitled to vote, have been informed about and do not object to the parent not presenting consolidated financial statement in expansion of preparation of consolidated accounts. And where we also discuss about the parent's debt or equity instruments are not traded in a public market. And the third one, expansion or preparation of consolidated accounts in a parent subsidiary relationship where the parent did not file nor is it in the process of filing in its financial statements with the Securities Commission or other regulatory organization for the purpose of issuing any class of instruments in a public market. And the fourth one, expansion or preparation of consolidated accounts where the ultimate of any intermediate parent of present produced consolidated financial statement available for public use, they comply with international financial reporting standards. And here in consolidation policy, where consolidated financial statement provides information that is not included in the separate statement of the parent corporation. And here the basic principles which are used in the consolidated statement of the financial position, where the basic principle of the consolidated statement of financial position is that it shows all assets and liabilities of the parent and subsidiary. Intergroup items are excluded. For example, here we use receivables and payables shown in the consolidated statement of financial position only include amounts owned from or to third parties. And in consolidated policy, where a subsidiary can be excluded from consideration in only two situations, where the first one, consolidation policies control is likely to be temporary, and the second one, consolidation policies control does not rest with the majority owner, and where consolidation policy is usually presented under the following headings. The first one is principles of consolidation, and the second one, consolidation policy, is basis of consolidation. And where we discuss about the methods of preparing the consolidated statement of financial position. In the methods, where we discuss about the investment of the subsidiary shown in the parent statement of financial position is replaced by the net asset of subsidiary, and the cost of the investment in subsidiary is effectively cancelled with the ordinary share capital and reserves of the subsidiary, where parent and subsidiary with different fiscal periods where consolidated statements are prepared for, and as of the end of the parent's fiscal periods, and if the difference does not exceed 3 months, it is acceptable to use the subsidiary statement with disclosure. And the net assets of the whole group is also used as a parent and subsidiary with different fiscal periods, and the share capital of the group with always equal the share capital of the parents only, and the retained profits comprising profits made by the group, that is all the parent's historical profits plus profit made by the subsidiary post acquisition, is used as preparing a consolidated statement of financial position, where the consolidated balance sheet at the date of acquisition 100% as book value means where we use assets, then liabilities. First, we were comparison between the two companies here, and we make a consolidated balance sheet at the end of the third most column, where we use cash as a current asset, and other current assets are also used, which is equal to total current asset. Then we use a fixed asset, plants asset less accumulated depreciation, and total plant assets like investment in company or total assets is used as a consolidated balance sheet at the date of acquisitions. And when we discuss about the liabilities in the consolidated balance sheet, like current liabilities, accounts payable, other current liabilities, which is equal to total current liabilities, and shareholder equity, or in shareholder equity we use capital and retained earnings, and the total stockholder equity are total liabilities and stockholder equities at the end column, which is the sum of the liabilities. In minority interest, if we discuss about the minority interest in a consolidated statement of financial position, where minority interest in subsidiary is generally shown in a single amount in the liabilities section of the consolidated balance sheet, where the alternatives are to include the minority interest is consolidated stockholders equity, or to place it in a separate minority interest sections under the IAS International Accounting Standard 27, which is used for the international accounting standard, which is used for consolidated financial statement. And in minority interest, the interest of minority stockholders represents equity investments in the consolidated net assets by the stockholder of the company affiliated with the parent company in the minority interest in consolidated financial statement. And in consolidated balance sheet, which is after acquisition, it means that like one of the company which is Penn acquired a 90% interest in Suckley on January 1st for 50,000, and stockholder equity is 40,000 and accounts payable is 5,000, and during the year where income is 20,000 and declared as 10%, 10,000 as a dividend of the company. And when we discuss about this consolidated balance sheet after acquisition at December 31, where original investment January 1 is 50,000 plus 90% of exactly net income is 18,000 less 90% of dividends, which is 9,000, and investment account balance, which is equal to 59,000 as a consolidated balance sheet after acquisition. And consolidated balance sheet after acquisition, where you use stock, capital stock as a debit amount of 30,000, retain earning as a debit amount of 20,000, and goodwill as a debit amount with a 14,000, and investment in Suckley or any business or company is used as a credit, and minority interest is also used as a credit amount. To eliminate reciprocal investment and equity balance, record goodwill and enter the minority interest in the consolidated balance sheet in the form of journal entry, where consolidated balance sheet after acquisition, in which we discuss about the dividend payable as a debit amount of 9,000 and dividend receivable at the amount of 9,000 as a credit amount, where to eliminate reciprocal dividends, receivables and payable. And if when we take accounts payable or accounts receivable, journal entry where account payable is debit with the amount of 5,000 and account receivable is credit with the amount of 5,000 to eliminate intercompany receivables and accounts payable, where effect of allocation on consolidated balance sheet at acquisition, it means the separate book of the affiliated companies do not record cost or book value differentials in acquisition that create parent subsidiary relationship. And the second one most important thing which are discussed in effect of allocation on consolidated balance sheet at acquisition, where working paper procedures are used to adjust subsidiary book value to reflect the cost or book differentials. And consolidated income statement, when we discuss about the consolidated income statement, it means the difference between a consolidated and unconsolidated income statement of the parent company lies in the detail presented rather than the net income statement. And when we discuss about the consolidated income statement as a numerical, then we take a numerical of income statement where effect of amortization on consolidated balance sheet after acquisition, where income for 2020 cent net income is 8 80 800,000, where pilot income excluding the income from sand, which is 25 lakh 23,500, and dividend paid which is sent for 300,000 sand, for pilot it is for 1.5 million. And effect of amortization on consolidated balance sheet after acquisition, where amortization of excess undervalued inventories sold in 2020 and undervalued land still held, which is undervalued building 15 years useful life, and overvalued equipment 5-year useful life, and overvalued notes payable retired in 2020 goodwill No amortizations is used in this. Note payable retired in 2020 as a goodwill. And in consolidated working papers, December 31st 2020, where we use accounts title, then two companies, and then make a adjustment and elimination like as a debit and credit, and consolidated balance sheets are given in as a consolidated working papers. And in account titles we use cash, receivables, inventories, current assets, land, building, equipment, investment, goodwill, and unamortized excess. And at the end of the sum total is total assets which are used as a consolidated working papers in December 31st, 2020. And also we use in accounts payable, notes payable, common stock, other paid in capital, and retain earning as a consolidated working papers, and different adjustments and elimination as shown in the figure, like debit amount of 4,000, 1,000, and 1,400, and consolidated balance sheet with the amount of 3,500, 4,000, 11,000 as a common stock, and paid up capital as 8,900, and retain earning consolidated balance sheet amount is 5,897.5, and the total liabilities and stockholder equity amount is equal to 33,937.5. It's all from consolidated financial statements or consolidated accounts under International Accounting Standard 27 and Financial Reporting Standard